Good morning, welcome to Auto Bunker. I am out about on manoeuvres in the Porsche Cayman on a mission this morning. I've got to get to 2 car meets and then get back to a family lunch at 1 PM in the pub. So let's see if we can get this done. The first event of the day is at Battlesbridge Antiques Centre, which is a really cool vibes cars and coffee event, bacon sandwich, coffee to be had and some really cool vehicles, plenty of Americana there. And then the second one is one I've not been to before. It's in Steeple, which is a vintage gathering. So there's classic cars and I think there's going to be cool tractors, static engines, all sorts of geeky engine related stuff. So let's get down there, let's see if we can get them both done and over to the pub for 1 o'clock. So I've spun the camera around because it's quite an interesting place. To come into the antique centre here, you have to crawl up through the individual little stalls and right up through the market, which is a bit discombobulating the first time you do it, but I've been here a few times and as long as you're careful it's a-okay. Here we go, pick up a few vintage benches and plant pots on the way in. So here's the main field where you can get the coffee to go with your cars, and the all-important ice cream van. Hiding behind there is the Americana, and the rest of the field has all the people that arrived super early and definitely beat me to the event. Look at this, the MGF register here. These are rapidly becoming quite cool in my opinion. I know they were a bit blobby and hexagony back in the day, but who could argue with a British Racing Green, tan leather, little British sports car? That's looking beautiful today. This is the overflow field, which fills up more and more as the morning goes on with the late arrivers. My Cayman's parked in here, but there's some great variety. We're just wandering down the middle row here. All sorts of cool stuff to take a look at. I absolutely love these meets. Such an eclectic mix of cars, beach buggies, chop top original minis, amazing 911s. There's just so much cool stuff here. It's really good fun. Always something new to see each time you come down. So, part 1 of the mission completed. Battlesbridge Antiques Centre, cars and coffee, done. Brilliant mix of eclectic cars. Really cool. Got to meet some of the owners, which was really nice. Had a reminisce about the Rover 200 from the 1990s. Somebody had a very nice convertible, not the beige 214S that I had back in the day. But yeah, it was great. Absolutely roasting hot, and we got some walk-arounds filmed, so look forward to those coming on the channel very soon. Second part of the mission, we're off to Steeple to a vintage gathering there. Not been to that one before, so we'll see how that goes. Got half an hour drive to do down the back roads of the beautiful Dengie Peninsula. So we'll have a little drive and we'll go and see what's happening, perhaps with an older selection of vehicles. We'll see what's there. See you soon. So here we are in Steeple, which is a tiny village in the middle of nowhere, named after the steeple, and we're at the vintage show. And it's great. There's static engines, which I absolutely love. There's classic cars coming in. There's tractors. There's vintage lorries. What's not to like? Let's get stuck in and see what we can see. The event's organised by a group of people associated with the local church called the Eccentrics. Basically a group of enthusiasts who are interested in absolutely anything that has an engine in it, or even not in it. Anything with an engine. Now, if you were an idiot, you would have taken some videos of all these interesting engines making really cool noises and click-clack sounds, and then you would have forgotten to turn off your microphone, so you could only hear what you weren't saying at the time. So, anyway, hope you get to enjoy looking at these engines at least. It's a shame about the 7-cylinder radial aero engine in particular, because that made one hell of a noise, but hopefully they're cool to look at and enjoy the lounge music underneath. I know less than nothing about motorbikes, but what I can tell you is that these Harleys had very nice paint jobs. Most impressed with the sign writing and the craftsmanship on these ones. There was definitely a real country show feel to this, with plenty of farmers bringing out their tractors, not to mention their livestock. Some of these tractors are made in the Essex Basildon plant years ago, which is still a going concern, maybe we'll have to explore that a little deeper on the Auto Bunker channel. So there we go, Steeple gathering completed. Some very cool people. Chatted to the guy who owned the aero engine, that was fascinating. Chatted to some steam engine guys and some stationary engine guys. And there's some great Americana and all sorts of stuff hidden in that group of cars up there. So yeah, glad to support a good cause. They're raising funds to restore the church. And we'll definitely be back to see this next year. Time to get to dinner and celebrate my daughter's A-levels. Double mission completed.